Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed a little bit to eat, that's got your sustenance done, and you're enjoying a nice drink. We should get that relaxation done. Everyone's feeling a bit more relaxed, yes or no? That's at least one or two of you. Well, the best part is, we've got a whole evening worth of entertainment for you. We've got three amazing ACE mentors that are going to come up and demonstrate a little bit more about how we use the 7-cell system. The first person we've got to bring up is someone I've had the pleasure of working alongside now for years. He's an amazing gentleman, and he suffers from the same affliction that I do, in the fact that we are both with an accent. You may have noticed I've got a Yorkshire accent, and the amazing Sean has an Irish accent. Now, having accents can be a nice thing, it can be also a very interesting thing. For many years, I actually tried to disguise my accent. I even went for dictation classes, which means I do know how to enunciate every single word that I say. However, as Andy was teaching you today, it does make me sound very false. And at the end of the day, I don't want to be on the stage looking like Dame Judi Dench, do I? Yes or no? Yeah, you've got it. Thank God for that. But it has got me into a little bit of trouble a few times. So while I've been helping organisations around the world, I landed in Hungary, in Budapest, working with a team there. An amazing set of guys. We took them all out for a few beers, and I started to drink with them, obviously, and we said cheers to every beer. So what would you do? 1, 2, 3 would go. Cheers. Marvellous. But that wasn't good enough, I wanted to learn a little bit of the local language, and my Hungarian about yells is rather rusty. So I asked, what's the local language? What's the local word for cheers? And they gave me 2 words. I could have Egészségügyi, which at the time I couldn't pronounce, or Bosniak, which I can pronounce. So obviously we went with Bosniak. And the whole entire evening everyone's going, drinks, Bosniak! Next day, drinks, Bosniak! And a few nights later I took out one of the managing partners and said, oh, Bosniak. And he turned around to me and says, do you really know what that word means? And would you like to know what that word means? It's a rather rude word, and I'm not going to repeat it here. The good news is you'll never hear a rude word from Sean as he comes to the stage to give you his amazing story. So please give it up for Sean!
Thank you.
Yay, give it up for Sean!
Awesome as always, but glad to be here. Thank you.
Wow. Talk about masterclass in storytelling. Did you guys see that? Yeah. Steak first. Yeah. Characterizations, unknown scenarios. And what about that surprise, as Mr. Hulk came out and got us all to jump out of our skin? Yeah, everyone jump out of skin, yes or no? Don't deny it, I saw you. I was at the back watching. Yeah. And I remember the first time I saw Sean present that. That was a couple of years ago now, wasn't it, Sean? We're in the Renaissance.
Yep,
and
2 years next month, so 23 months ago.
There you go, 23 months ago. Just for anybody who was counting, in case you wanted that accuracy for the numbers of people in the house. But yeah, it was that time when we came up with the idea of actually having the ACE team presenting to you guys, so you can actually see other people being able to do this in the same way. Now, has that been beneficial to you, yes or no? Yeah, because we're not that far behind where you guys are right this moment in time. In fact, when Sean first did that story, it wasn't long since you'd been an ACE, and it wasn't long since you'd been through the academy. And I remember it very vividly because Andy did his thing where he said, Martin, can you just sort it out for me? I'm going home. And yeah, it was a case of, right, well, let's get some people on stage. And I thought, well, who's got some great stories? And I kind of knew Sean had a great story in him. I hadn't heard it fully, and trust me, I jumped out of my skin when Mr. Hulk came out as well. And I also grabbed people like Michelle. Michelle actually had her coat on, she had her bag on, she was leaving for the day. And I stopped her, I said, no, you can't leave, you've got to tell your story. So I've known Michelle since, we actually both joined the academy at the same time in 2016, didn't we? So we've known each other about 8 years. I was privileged to be able to put an appendix chapter into her book. It's been beautiful to be able to spend that time with her. all the time. And again, this is the kind of power of the Academy. We're able to do these things together and do some amazing things. And the things that you could never, ever imagine having to say. And I was kind of reminded this by the next speaker who's going to come up, when they turned around to me and said, just literally about 30 seconds ago, "You're quite funny. I didn't realise." And it kind of reminded me of what my son, my 18-year-old son, when he turned 18, and he kind of turned around to me and says, "I had never realised that actually how funny you really are." And over all the years, I mean, having children's great, isn't it? Yes or no? They kind of teach you these amazing things. You get to do things you could never imagine doing, like you get to go to, I don't know, Disneyland again and enjoy it as a child. You get to paint things, etc. You don't always expect to say, "Don't paint the dog," though, do you? Yes or no? But that's what happened to our Springer Spaniel, Jack. He was an amazing dog that my daughter, when she was about 4, painted bright blue. From somebody who was grown now from originally where she first started. I can imagine she never envisaged ever being able to stand on the stage and say what things that she's going to tell you now. She has grown amazingly, not only in her career, but outside of her career, her businesses and other people's businesses in ways that even I can't describe, but I know she's going to come up and inspire you in the same way. So please put your hands together for the amazing Lisa!
Welcome, Dad, Mrs.
All right, can I move that chair?
Yeah, of course you can.
Just move it back. Thank you.
Give it up for Lisa!
All right.
Well done. Spot on, rest of everyone.
Excellent, absolutely fantastic. The lady just goes from strength to strength, and you know what? It's no secret. There is no secret to this. This is all about, repetition, consistency, tenacity, that desire to continually improve and continue to improve other people's lives. Not all about you all the time. Sometimes you have to get out of your own way so you can help somebody else get through their way. So Lisa's absolutely fantastic. You've seen some of the amazing things she's done for her awards, but she's not always been like that. I can remember a time where, in fact, the next thing we're going to talk about is the motivational message multiplier, and that was probably the bane of Lisa's life. It took her a while to actually get her head around it, but the thing is now, she's more than an expert at it, and she utilises this amazing toolkit to be able to help transform and teach her clients, her kind of fellow salon owners, to actually improve their businesses and improve them in some significant ways. And in fact, Lisa, I think you've got an event coming up, haven't you? 3-4 weeks, is it?
No, not till 27th, 26th, 27th. Oh, that was written on there. Sorry, guys. I got an event on 26th and 27th, which is all about...
Come here.
Okay.
No one can hear you, not on mic. Here you go.
Yes, it's all about teaching salon owners not only how to build their business, but to really create that sustainable legacy. Because that is my vision and mission. So yeah, it's a 2-day event, and so it's looking forward to it. My first event.
And this is a new development, isn't it?
What with the event?
Yeah.
Yes, my first event, first time I've done it. So yeah, it's for me having to do some of the stuff you've learned today. I haven't needed to do it before, but now I just want to go to the next level. So yeah.
So first time for doing an event, is that great, guys? Yes or no? So we all have our firsts, but it doesn't mean that you can't use these skills that you're learning right now to actually make a change in the way that you guys want to make it. And the next person we're going to bring up, who's going to demonstrate a motivational message multiplier, has really helped change my life this year in ways you would never imagine. So I went through quite a major transformation personally. If you'd seen me when I first started the Academy, I weighed in at 154 kilos, which is 340 pounds or 24 and a quarter stone. I had a 54-inch waist, all because my lifestyle led me to be quite obese and in quite a bad way. But with the love and support of many of the people from the Academy and a lot of learning, I managed to get that down. By the time I got to 2020 in November, I dropped down to 94 kilos, 32-inch waist, went for a muscle photo shoot, and even got a modelling contract. How's that? But that wasn't good enough, because speaking to my wife in January this year, we were lying in bed, and she goes, I fancy doing a 10k run. Now, the thing with my wife is she's said this every year for the last 10 years. So obviously I'm loving and supporting, and I say, yeah, go for it, do that 10K run. Oh, I don't know, she says. But it's on my birthday this year, and it's in York. It's the universe talking to you, Sarah. Go for it. You know, you'll ace it, you'll love it. Oh, I don't know, Martin. Really? Should I really do this? Yes. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'll run it with you. How's about we do this? We do it as an experience for your birthday. We'll spend the entire year kind of training for it and then really enjoy doing it. And then I remembered, I'm not a runner. In fact, I've got asthma and I have been hospitalised several times due to it. So suddenly waking up to the fact of thinking, oh my God, I'm going to have to run. This may kill me. So I went away, did the snow sculpting, came back end of February, and I had to start running. Now, I would love to tell you that it was fantastic and it was easy, but it wasn't. It was hell. And in fact, it was consistently hell for weeks. And I shared this knowledge with Gabe. Now, one thing you guys might know about Gabe is he's an ultra-marathon runner, has been for many, many years. So Gabe gave me some great tips, some great ideas, what I could do, etc. If you ever have problems with bleeding nipples, he's got some great solutions for it. Ask me how I know about that one. And the thing was, you know, through training and that consistency and that love and support of this community, we did the 10K. I did it in 56 minutes, which is actually quite a good time for a person of pregnancy. And my wife managed it. She did it in an hour and 15, which again is absolutely fantastic. And about the same time, several members of the Academy had finished the London Marathon. So Dr. Alka had finished the London Marathon. Todd Coach, his Moses' wife, finished the London Marathon. Even Chris, the guy who's had a heart attack, finished the London Marathon. And then Moses comes to me and says, maybe we should do the London Marathon. I'm charged, I've just done a 10K, I think this is great. I'm going to go do the London Marathon. So I put my vote in and don't get through in the ballot. Probably a good thing, right? Yes or no? So Gabe comes up to me and says, well, it's a big event anyway. You might not enjoy it. So why don't you come with me on the 5th of May next year and we'll do the Milton Keynes Marathon. It's the first marathon that I do each year and it's on my birthday. Oh, what can I say? I mean, it's his birthday, right? You've got to do it, yes or no? Yeah. So I signed up for it. I got accepted. My first ever marathon's going to be on the 5th of May next year. What's that sound? Does that sound good? Woo! Fantastic. And then we got an email from the organisers of the York 10K saying, oh, we've got the Leeds Marathon, the Rob Burrows Marathon happening next year. Would you like to come and join us on it? I'm thinking, yes, I can do 2 marathons in a year. That should be easy enough. Should have probably looked at the date before saying yes, because it's on the 11th of May. That's like 6 days later. And if that wasn't a surprise, I got an email then a week later from Teenage Cancer Trust saying, would I run on their behalf in the London Marathon, which is on the 27th of April next year. So those of you quick on maths will have realised I've now got 3 marathons to run in 14 days, and I've got no idea if I can even run one, let alone any others. So, you know, sometimes you just got to, you know, throw it out there. You've got to push the envelope. You just got to set your goals and say, I'm going to try and do it. And I'm doing everything I possibly can to make it happen. It has been a pleasure this week to be able to continue to run with my friend Gabe. We've done it every morning. It's been a pleasure to be able to share that with Mark this morning. It's been a pleasure to be able to share that with Paul. Where are you, Paul? Oh, you're behind there. You're just in the lights. I've just got a shadow of me. And again, another call out to Lisa. She's broke and made a personal best this morning. She did 6K. Yep. Woohoo! Now, these things start somewhere. You know, success begets success. Celebrate often. Celebrate early. Celebrate everything you possibly can. And celebrate Mr. Gabe as he comes to the stage to give you his motivational message multiplier. Woo!
Hi, buddy. Hello there.
Okay, give it up for Gabe.
Absolutely awesome, buddy, as always.
So Gabe does some amazing things with his partner Phyllis. Phyllis is also a member of the Academy. And we were talking about this earlier, weren't we, Gabe? So Phyllis actually joined when she was 79.
Yep.
and going strong. I mean, she's there to change the world, guys. So, it doesn't matter how old you feel you are right this moment in time, you could still make a difference. And that single's absolutely fantastic, doesn't it? Yes or no? Brilliant, absolutely. And you guys have been great this evening as well. It's been lovely to see you guys join in. In fact, I was just thinking we should send Andy a message. So give me a second, if I can get this here. How can I borrow you for a second? Thanks. So just hold that there. So, dear Andy, we've had an awesome time. Hope you have too. The audience has been great. We think the problem might be your accent. Maybe you need a northern one and you'll be okay. Love you lots and see you tomorrow.
No such thing as a bad audience. Yeah.
No such thing as a bad audience. You guys have been lovely. Again, there's a bit more food here for you, so please feel free. If you've got a drinks voucher left, then please grab yourself a drink. I know Chris was mentioning to me earlier, certain people have got a little bit of homework to do, so we've hopefully finished this right now, so you've got that little bit of time to be able to do that. You're always welcome to mingle with us and constantly ask any of the questions. These guys are absolutely amazing. They rock, and I'm absolutely privileged, along with my partner Nettie, in being able to be part of this amazing team of Ace. And I would like you to give them a great big round of applause just to say how wonderful they've been the last few days with you. And specifically this evening to Sean, to Lisa and to Gabe. And obviously we have to say a big thank you to Stan because he does an amazing job and he can also cut the mics off at any point. So enjoy the rest of the evening, and until tomorrow morning I will speak to you all then. Have fun. Bye bye for now.